Hello friends, on this edition of Forever Home, we're going to revisit this James Hardie board project we were working on. While we were working on this, we noticed that the customer had some significant water damage going on at the bottom of their garage door. So we wanted to get that taken care of for them, so we gave them a proposal. This is what it would be if we needed to replace that door. And they agreed. They thought that was a great idea. They want to get that done, so they don't have to worry about it anymore. So we'll take you for a tour and we'll show you what we're working on, what's happening here. So Norm and Kevin have been working on this for us here today. They've got the old jambs ripped out and the new door kind of set in place. But let's just show you some of the damage that we found. So this is the back side of the door jamb, and this is just all completely soft water damage destroyed. And so this is their bottom of their sill, and you can see the end of that completely just trashed. And so every time you step on it, it's bouncing up and down. It's not sealing under the door quite the way it should anymore, and of course the bottom just completely falling apart. And we don't want to have water getting in other places where it doesn't belong. And then this of course is the other jamb, and it too, significant signs of water damage. So this was an older steel door, and steel doors were good when they first came out, and they've got wood on the inside, so that if the water ever gets in there, the wood can swell up, this can dent, it can rust if you don't keep it painted. There's all sorts of challenges that can happen with that. So just a multitude of reasons. Let's just take the whole door out and replace it. So I'll take you over the other side. This is, of course, what we look like from the back. We'll walk outside and show you the front. And so this is a little bit of a unique situation because we are dealing with James Hardie and not with vinyl siding. Normally with vinyl siding, we'd be able to take that off all the way around the door and address the weatherproofing and make sure the house wrap is where it's supposed to be and take care of all of those different pieces. It's a little bit more difficult with the James Hardie. A lot of times we'll have these shipped with the brick molding attached, but because we don't exactly know where that James Hardie is going to land on the door, we typically do have the door shipped to us detached. In this situation, this is a white cap composite jamb, so this is made out of essentially dead dinosaur juice. Composite material back here. It's covered in a white vinyl capping, so you give you a real nice, solid, pretty finished look all the way around. We have a fiberglass door. This is a smooth fiberglass door. Much more difficult for you to dent this, for you to damage this. No chance really of it swelling up later on in life. It's definitely not going to rust. We like the white cap composite when we're doing doors. We like the fiberglass doors, and yes, they're more expensive than what you can pick up at the local block stores, whether it's the blue store or the orange store you like to shop at. These are special order, but they are phenomenal doors. They hold up really well, and we really like using them as opposed to the cheaper variant. We think you're getting much better product. So we've got a drip cap here, and you'll hear us talk about this theme on a lot of our videos. This drip cap is sliced into the Tyvek and put up behind there, so any water that comes down behind that James Hardie is going to come out on top of that drip cap and forward. It doesn't have the opportunity to get behind there, rot out the OSB, the sheathing that's behind there. Now obviously we don't have x-ray vision, we can't see for certain everything is 100% perfect, but from everything that we can see, this gives me the impression that it was done correctly. We see the house wrap wrapped into the opening here. We see it wrapped in on this side as well. And so again, indications to us that the previous installers hopefully did this correctly. So those are some of the things we're looking for. They've got the pan down in here and some of the loose skin tape to help make sure that we've protected all the wood and the lumber that's down on the bottom side of things, and that any water that would ever happen to somehow find a way to get back there can't do any damage. So making good progress on the outside here. Next step, once he gets everything aligned and it fastened in place, is then we're gonna be working on brick molding and getting that tied in tightly, neatly, cleanly. We'll cut out some of the rest of this caulk and get this nice and straight, and then we'll set that up, figure out where it's going to go, and then fasten it to make sure that we get a good seal all the way around. We can see that the deck installer put his Z flashing down here on the bottom to bring any water that comes out over the deck board, over that ledge board and out, so that's awesome. Great job too. I believe it was Paul who did this job, so excellent, shout out to him. Looks like that's where we need to go on that piece of things. The next piece after we get done this is going to be the trim on the inside. So we've got some 3.5 beaded colonial casing, and that's going to go in here just to finish the look at and should cover the original paint marks. So I know I'm cutting his pieces of trim, getting them ready to go in and get installed. Gonna come and figure out the length of where they need to be, but always starting with those miters on the top. So Norm's got his marks on the jamb for where he wants this. He's lining it up, making sure it's level. And then gonna nail that in place. And that's gonna allow him to measure the length legs of the trim that are gonna go on there next. So now that we have that height set, he can measure down to the floor, and he's already got his 45 cut on the top of this. It's easy to pull your tape, measure, or in this case, just turn it upside down and draw a pencil where it needs to go. So that'll wrap up things here on the inside, and then of course the outside, Norm's gonna take care of the brick mold and putting everything outside that needs to be inside, so that's all taken care of. And this job's gonna be done. If you've got next to your door, maybe you had some water leaks, maybe the jambs have gotten rotted, whatever the challenge might be with that door, we wanna solve that before it gets down into your subfloor, before it creeps in and starts causing more damage in your house. And that can get really expensive. And of course, we have other videos here on our YouTube channel that will explain what some of those processes look like if you do wind up in that situation. There's nothing that we can't help help you when it comes to your house. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, finished basements, kitchen remodels, bathroom renovations, plumbing, drywall, electrical, spackle, paint, build your custom dream house, an addition, a garage. If we can solve a problem for you, take a picture of what's bugging you, send it to us right here. Click that message us button on the top of our Facebook page, send it to our team. We do have a dedicated office staff standing by ready to serve you weekdays, 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at 484-748-0008. Choose option 2 for Cope Construction and Renovation, and extension 2 for new projects, and we'd be happy to assist you. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment down below. Let us know what projects you're working on or what you learned here today. We'd also love for you to subscribe to our channel and click that notifications bell. We're producing new content 2 to 3 times a week, and this is great material that you can use to educate yourself to help know the questions that you want to be asking as you're talking to a contractor. Any chuck in a truck can come up and install a door for you, but is it going to be a cheap, inexpensive wood and steel door off the shelf at one of the box stores, or are they going to get you that white cap composite frame, that composite jamb, the fiberglass door that you're looking for that's going to last for a long time for your forever home? Cope Construction and Renovation is a full-service construction and renovation company licensed in Delaware 10490 and registered in Pennsylvania 88078. If we can solve a problem for you, give our team a call, hit us up on Facebook. We look forward to serving you soon. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Forever Home. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.